Hi, welcome to today's functional fitness class. Before we get started, make sure you have a chair, water, some weights, and just a mindset to get moving on this cold winter morning. So let's get started with a march, nice and easy. Take a few nice deep breaths, tall spine, draw your belly in slightly, reach gently through the crown of your head. Keeping that nice upright posture, good for our lungs. We can get more oxygen into our system when we're standing up tall, working on our posture. Feel free to make the movements a little bit bigger if that feels right for your muscles and joints. Today, keep breathing, nice warm inhalations and exhalations. We're going to transition to a one-legged jumping jack. So right arm, right leg reaches out, and then the left. So stepping out and then just starting to warm up our hips, our shoulders. Reach out through the toes. You can be behind the chair, hold the one hand onto the chair for a little more stability because we are shifting our weight. Again, we're taking nice deep breaths. And again, you can make those movements smaller. You can make those movements bigger, a nice reach, depending on how you're feeling. We're still checking in with our body, adjusting our movements. Remember, let's do this throughout our class today. Let's do one more each side. Good, and let's come legs about hip distance apart. We're gonna start with just a gentle squat. So we're gonna reach our hips behind us, knees stay behind the toes, and maybe reach one if we're holding onto the chair, both arms out, and then press back up using the glutes. Press through the heels. So as we shift our hips back, we don't have to go far, but we should feel our weight shift back to our heels a little bit more, and then press through the heels to come up, activating the back of the body. And again, we can alternate one arm. Again, we're just warming up, so squats don't have to be deep, but those hips slide back. Waking up the back of the body. Do two more. Good, and then feet maybe a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Again, using the chair, we're gonna wake up the front of the legs. We're gonna do a hamstring curl. So bending the knees, flexing the foot. Again, we're shifting our weight. So one hand or both hands can be on the chair, and we can add a press back. Gently squeezing those shoulder blades together, alternating. And again, go at your pace, in your range of motion. Just working our way through our body to warm up. We're doing a dynamic warm up, which means we're moving. Not holding. Let's do just a few more. Good. And then coming back to center, let's do some shoulder rolls. We're just going to roll back, up, back, and down. Just massage out that tension in that upper back. Good. And then some wrist circles, both directions. Good. And feet step a little bit wider and just a gentle twist. You can lift one heel up or keep your feet flat. Keep your head or your gaze straight ahead. If you have a tendency to get dizzy, just a gentle stretch for our spine. You might feel it in the hips a little bit, might feel it in the shoulders a little bit. Good, and maybe holding onto the chair. We're going to start with the right foot. We're going to tap our foot forward, side, back, and in. Forward, side, back, and in. Again, in your range of motion, just getting that hip joint warmed up a little bit more. The quad, the side of the hip, the back of the hip, or the back of the leg. Good, and then we'll go to the other side. If you're using the chair, switch to the other side as we tap out, side, back, and in. Out, side, back, and in. Oops, forgot the back. Good, one more. Good, holding onto your chair. Let's bring one leg forward and we can just flex and point. We're down to that ankle and then some ankle circles in one direction and then in the other direction. Good, and let's go to the other side. Foot in front, flex and point. And then some ankle circles on that side. Good, bring that foot. Let's take one inhale, sweep the arms up. Nice stretch, any way that feels good. Exhale, let's bring our arms down. And we are ready to get started. So we're gonna grab our dumbbells. And we're gonna start with our bent over row. So let's stagger our stance. Step one foot in front of the other, little bend in both knees, and then a hinge from the hips. Roll the shoulders down and back, arms are straight here, and we're just gonna pull back and then release. So pull back, keep those elbows close to the body, squeeze the shoulder blades for 3, 4, 5. So we're working that mid back, working the arms a little bit, also working the back deltoids, our shoulder muscles. We have medial deltoids, which go across the top of the shoulders. And then we have the posterior ones, and then across the front. So they're like little caps. So a front, a top, and a back. We'll work in the back here. And I lost count. Let's do make this 12, 13. We're trying for 15. And then roll the shoulders. So if I didn't count right, keep going till you get to 15 or stop early if you need to. Arms come down to our side. Palms are facing in. We're going to do front raises here. So engage the core. We're going to do 12. So your choice to alternate, doing one arm at a time or both. Keep that core engaged. Don't let the shoulders lift as we lift our arms straight forward and with control lower down. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working the back, the shoulders, the arms, core. 6, 7. Go to alternating if you need to. 8, 9. You should feel that core kick on as soon as we lift those arms forward. 10. 2 more if you can. 1 and 2. When we do these straight arm movements away from the body, we're lengthening the lever. So little less repetition. Let's do one more before we take our first water break. Good posture. Weights come in front, palms in. Roll those shoulders again. Core engaged, long spine. Upright row for 1. Working the top of the shoulders. 2, 3, and the back muscles. 4, 5. We never just have one muscle working at once. They work together. 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, make sure you guys are counting to yourself, for yourselves, because sometimes I lose my count as I'm talking. So you stay on track, even if I'm not on track. All right, next up, we're gonna do lateral raise. So again, another straight arm movement. So we're doing less, we're keeping the core engaged. We're not bringing it up into the shoulders and neck. Arms out to the side, palms are in. Again, alternating or both. 12, stop early if you need to. And here we go. We're going to exhale up and inhale down. 2. Don't go higher than your shoulders, but you can go lower than your shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Control that down. 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Good, roll those shoulders. We're gonna do one more variation of a row, and we're gonna do a bicep row. So staggered stance again. This time we're gonna have our palms forward. So as we put a gentle bend in both knees, as we hinge forward, arms are down to our side, palms are in front, roll your shoulders back and down, and we're gonna pull back. So working the front of the shoulders a little bit more and release. Pull back. 3, keep the head and neck in line with the spine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, roll the shoulders. We have one more direction to go. We went front, side, back. We're gonna go overhead now. So if overhead press is not in your set today, feel free to do another set of front raises or side raises, or we can do elbow lifts. So you decide. We're gonna do 12 of these. Again, alternating or both. Core is engaged. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. One or both arms presses up and comes back down. 2, 3. Exhale as you press. 4. Inhale down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the core engaged. And 12. Don't let it fall into your low back. And release. We can put those weights down. We can grab some water. So if any time breathing gets a confusion, when you inhale, when you exhale, usually when we're doing the work, we're going to exhale. That's going to keep the core engaged. If that doesn't work, just count out loud, and then you know you're breathing. The worst thing you can do is hold your breath. Whether you're inhaling and exhaling isn't the most important, but we do need you breathing as you're exercising. Our bodies need that oxygen. So let's come to our chair, have a seat. We're going to do our sit to stand. Probably the most important exercise we do for our independence. So make sure you've got your good alignment. You're sitting up tall in the chair. You're not slouched back, sitting up tall. Feet are flat on the floor. Knees, ankles, toes are all in the same alignment. You want to bring your feet to a position where you can press through the heels to activate the glutes to get out of the chair. We're going to do 12. So here we go. We're going to press up to stand up and sink back down. 2, 1, 2, and down. 3, and down. I feel like I'm losing my chair. 4, 5, 6. Hands can be crossed here. You can bring your hands forward. 7, 8 might help getting in and out. 9, press through the heels. 10, 2 more. 1, last one. 2, have a seat. Roll those shoulders, shake everything out. We're going to come beside our chair, or behind our chair, I should say. We're going to start with side leg raises. So holding onto the chair, left leg is going to be standing leg, right leg is going to lift and lower, toes stay forward. Let's try for 15, and then we'll add a little challenge at the end for those that would like the challenge. So here we go, shift the weight, little micro bend, core engaged, long spine. We're going to lift and lower. 2, keep those toes pointing forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more if you can. 1, take a break if you need to, or tap out. 2, 3, 4, This one for the challenge, hold out, circle forward 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Give everything a good shake. Let's go to the other side. So right leg is out, our standing leg, tall spine. So we're not using the chair to support our weight. That's just here for stability. Little micro bend in the right knee, pull the belly in slightly, tall spine, right leg out, left leg out to the side for 1, toes forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more if you can, 1, 2, take a break if you need to, 3, 4, one more challenge if you'd like, out and circle forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You decide how big, 1, 2, we're going back, 3, 4, 5, and down, and give everything a good shake. So the next exercise we're going to do is a hip hinge. So when we do our hip hinge, our spine stays long, the movement is from the hips. We don't have to go very far, your choice to keep your hand on your hips, hand on the chair, hand on the thighs, or you can add 1 or 2 weights. So the important thing, and I just watched a little video about this, is when we bend over, if we don't have our core engaged, the muscles that are closest to our glutes are the low back muscles. So we end up using our low back muscles, which is not what we want to do. We want to use our hamstrings. So what you want to do is you want to draw the belly in as we come down, keep that engagement with the belly, and then press through the heels. So this activates the hamstrings and the glutes. So we need stronger hamstrings and stronger glutes from all of our sitting that we do. So as we're ready, with or without weights, we're gonna take an inhale. You don't have to go very far. Hold that belly in, press through the heels, come back up. That was 1. So a lot going on. 2. But a great exercise for building strength in the back of the body where we need it. 5. Draw the belly in, press through the heels. 6. Keep that spine long. So when we're forward, we should be looking right at the floor. We don't have our head kicked up. We're not looking at our belly button. 7. Pull the belly in, press through the heels. 8. Squeeze the glutes too. 9. 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Nice job, everyone. Roll the shoulders. If you're holding on to the weights, we're going to put our weights down for now. Let's do one more before we take a water break. We are going to do a step forward lunge. So when we do a step forward lunge, we're going to use the chair for stability. Start at the back of the chair. Left side of our body is close to the chair. Right foot, we're going to take a step forward. We're going to go heel, toe, bend, and then press. Pick up the toe, pick up the heel, and come back. So we're going to do 12 of those on this side, 12 on the other side. So again, the farther forward you step, the more challenging the movement's going to be. So go in your range of motion. It can be a little mini, almost just like a little step forward with a little knee bend, or much bigger. So you decide, are we ready? Here we go. Right foot forward, heel, toe, bend both knees, and then press back. That was 1. 2, keep the gaze straight ahead. 3, 4, so we're working the glutes here. 5, and the calves. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. Can we do 15? Stop when you need to. You want a little challenge? Let's add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good. Shake all that out. We're going to turn it around and we're going to do the other side. So same thing, right side is at the chair. Remember, hips, legs are different, so might be a little bit different on this side, but tall spine, keep that core engaged, keep the gaze straight forward. Here we go. Left foot's going to step forward, heel, toe, bend, and then press through that heel to come up. That was 1. 2. Keep this spine long. 3, 4, 5, 6. Chair is just here for stability. 7, 8, but it's also helping us keep proper form. 9. So if you're not using the chair and you feel wobbly, we're probably not using the muscles we need to use. That was 10. As many more as you can up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nicely done. Shake all that out. Quick water break here. And then we're going to move on. Let's see what I have next. Okay. So this next one is going to be a squat with a diagonal overhead press. So you can use the chair here if you need to. Stay behind the chair. Feet are a little bit wider. Now we're going to do this with or without weights. Let me show you without. We're going to do a squat. I'm going to go slightly to the side. Remember, hips move back. And then as you come up, you're going to reach one diagonal, go back down, and then the other. So we're going to do 20 total. So it'll be alternating arm reaches, 20 squats, with or without weights. So if we choose to do it with weights, one weight in each hand, weights are on maybe the thighs, feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And here we go, right arm's going to reach first. So we're going to do a squat. Doesn't have to be a deep squat. Squat and reach for 1. 2, make sure those hips are moving back. 3, 4, knees behind the toes. 5, 6, 7. If over the head doesn't work, you can go straight across. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Hips back. 4. Press through the heels. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 more each arm. 9. You can always take the arms out. 10. 1 more squat. Step back in. Roll the shoulders. Nice job. Let's put 1 weight down. We're going to do a split calf raise. So let's turn sideways behind our chair. Left side is going to be holding onto the chair and close to the chair. Weight is in the right hand. We're going to place the right weight that's in our right hand on our shoulder and take just a short step forward. Let me move back so you can see my feet. Step forward with the right feet. So our feet are still hip distance apart. From this position, we're just going to lift and lower both heels. So we're going to lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1, 2. Lower both heels, bang them out. Let's switch. So we're gonna bring our right side closer to the chair, left weight on our left shoulder, left foot, one little step forward. So just a little staggered stance. Legs are straight, the spine is long. And here we go. We're gonna lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 1, and 2. Good. We can put our weights down for now. Shake everything out, maybe bang out the toes. We have our balance pose. We're going to do tree pose today. Let's come to one side of our chair. So we have one hand to hold on to. Left leg is going to be our standing leg. Again, little micro bend, but tall spine. Engage at the core. Pick up your right heel. So we're on the right toe. We're just going to pivot knee out to the side and center. Side and center. So we're externally rotating the hip. As we do that, we're kicking our glute on when we rotate. So the glutes are going to help because they stabilize. These are stabilizing muscles. Core is engaged. Next time knee goes out, slide that heel in. So we're resting against the other leg. Toe can be down, toe can be up, foot can be up. Maybe one arm out, maybe 2 arms out, or just floating for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Hand on the chair, lower down, shake everything out, roll those shoulders. So it's important. Remember, these are stabilizing muscles. So we don't want our hip kicking out. Keep that hip in, draw everything towards center. So belly slightly in, hips slightly in. We're squeezing the glutes. That's why we do that little knee thing to start. So right leg is standing, come up onto the left toe, that left toe, and we're going to go out and in. And again, you should feel the glutes engaged, keep the core engaged, spine long. Next time we go out, slide back. Toe can be down. This can be our balance pose. Maybe lifting the toes once in a while. Keep one hand hovering by the chair, on the chair, or full one-legged tree for 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, don't let that hip kick out. Pull it back in. 9, 10, 11, 12, and down. Nice job, everybody. Roll the shoulders. Take a few breaths. Have a seat if you need to. Going to move into the arms. So your choice here to do seated or standing. I'm going to choose to stay standing till the very last exercise. That one we're going to do seated. But your choice. You can do these all seated if you'd like. Let's grab our weights. So we're going to do 3 consecutive sets for our biceps. So we're going to start with a hammer curl, which is palm in. Go to a bicep curl, palm forward, rotate, palm back for a forearm curl. We're going to do 12 of each. So tall spine, whether we're seated or standing, upper arms stay close to the body, roll those shoulders back, keep the core engaged. And here we go. We're going to curl up and down. Control that down. We're not swinging. We're exhaling and inhaling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pause. Roll the shoulders. So we're resetting our posture, palms forward, 12 bicep curls for 1. Keep those upper arms close to the body. 2. Control that down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Pause. One more. We're going to rotate 180 degrees. So now palms are facing back, knuckles are facing forward. Roll the shoulders back and down. Upper arms stay close to the body. And we're just going to curl. Keep the wrists in neutral as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Put those weights down just for a moment. We're going to be using them again, but shake out those wrists, roll the shoulders. We're going to go to kickbacks for our triceps. So let's grab our weights. You have to think about this one a little bit because we're going to go from a palm in to a palm up as we pass the back of our body. So let's find our staggered stance. 1 foot forward, or if we're seated, we're going to seat forward, hinging forward slightly. As we hinge forward, roll the shoulders back, arms are straight, palms are in, and then pull those elbows back. So weights are kind of hip height, elbows slightly behind us. This is our starting point. We start with palms in. As we start to kick back, we rotate palms up and then palms back in. 2, 3, 4. Spine is nice and long, head and neck in line with your spine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. I have a challenge coming up. 3, 4. For those who want a challenge, 5. Stay out, palms are up, little pulses in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Roll the shoulders. You can put one weight down. We're going to do our weight presses and pulls. So again, seated or standing, holding on to each knobby end of our weight. We're going to keep our weight chest tight. It's nice and close. Relax the shoulders, and then we're going to press for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 3. Release. Remember, if you don't think you're breathing, count out loud. Release. 5. Release. 6. Release. 7. Release. And 8. So obviously working our arms, our wrists, also our chest, our back. Shake that out. Shake out those wrists. We're going to do the same thing. This time we're going to pull. So we're going to get our fingers working too. So keep that weight close. It's not here under our chin. It's at chest level. Relax the shoulders. And here we go. We're going to pull apart for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2. Don't use your shoulders up here. Keep those shoulders down. 3. We're working our chest. 4. So good for our posture. 5. Release. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Release. Last one. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Good. Put that weight down for a moment. Shake that out. Roll the shoulders. Let's grab a quick drink. Just have a few more to go. So sticking with one weight. Oh, actually, no. We need our second weight. We're going to do our hammer chop. So here's how it goes. Left hand, we're going to put the weight on our left hip. Palm is facing in. We're going to take this right weight right on top with our palm up. We're going to glue our elbow to the side, or we're going to chop to the corner. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Good. We can put this weight down. We're going to keep this weight in our right hand. We're going to bring our arm to a 90-degree angle. Again, upper arm and elbow. We're going to do our windshield. So we're going to go out and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. One more with this side for our tricep. So you can choose to do another kickback, or you can grab one end, bring that weight overhead, holding here. So we want this upper arm close to the ear for tricep extensions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1, 2. All the way up, all the way down. Okay, that right arm is done. Starting with our hammer chop on the other side. So, right hand and weight at the right hip. Left one on top with the palm up. Again, roll, bring that shoulder down. Keep that upper arm close. And we're chopping towards our left shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. We can put down this weight in our right hand, bring this arm to 90 degrees, and we go out and in. Keep that elbow and up from the elbow to the shoulder glued. 3, 4. So that's forcing us to use the back muscles, a little bit of pecs here and the arm. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11, 12. Good. One more. Again, your choice for another set of kickbacks, or we can grab one knobby end, extend overhead, support. So we want to keep this arm. So we're isolating the tricep. We're bending and extending. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Belly in. Don't fall into your low back. 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And release. We can put our weights aside. Our last exercise is for our abs. And we're going to do a reverse crunches. So you can either sit at the very front of your chair, or you can sit to the side. We're going to keep both feet on the floor. We're going to start with our spine long, shoulders over hips, arms can be out. We're going to start with a 2 count. So tall spine, take a nice inhale, exhale. We're going to hinge back, keep the spine long just enough to feel these abdominal muscles for 2, and come back up for 2. 2, 2, up, 2. 3, 2, up, 2. 4, 2, up, 2. 5, 2, up, 2. 6, 7. Last one of these, 8, 2, and then we're going to do 8 single counts. So exhale, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 4 more. Slow count if you can. 1, 2, up, 2, 2, 2. Another little challenge here. 3, 2, 4, 2, up, 2, and done. Nice job, everyone. Grab some water, and we'll get ready to do our cool down stretches. Again, you can do them seated. You can stay standing if you prefer. That's totally up to you. So doing the version of the same stretch. Standing or sitting. Just take a breath or two. Make sure we have good posture, whether we're standing or sitting. Feet on the floor, long spine, shoulders down away from our ears. Take a nice inhalation and exhalation through the nose. And let's reach one arm up. Remember, can be out to the side, elbow can stay bent, hand can stay on our thigh, on our hip. Just lengthening through one side of our body. You don't even have to do the same side as I'm doing. Just make sure you do both sides. Good. And then we're going to bring both arms overhead, stretch, and then bend the elbows, bring them to cactus. Spread out the fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms forward. As we bring our arms forward, tuck your chin, pull your belly in. Little rounding of the spine, open up that upper back. And then we're going to come out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin, and then exhale. So like an accordion or a bellows. I guess a bellows would be better. Visual. Next time we come forward, we're just going to straighten the arms, interlace the fingers, really reach forward as we pull that belly in, really open up that space between the shoulder blades. Breathe there, 3 breaths there. Good, and we're going to come up, release your arms, bring them way out to the side, relax the top of the shoulders, reach out through your fingers, circle forward, circle back. Good, and then turn your palms back, thumbs down, reach behind. So you can either imagine you're holding onto a beach ball or squeezing the sides of your chair, or you can bring your arms either closer, parallel, or interlace your fingers behind you. As we reach back, we're opening up through the front, lifting the chin this time. 3 breaths here. Good, and then let's release our arms. Just do a few shoulder rolls. You can do alternating. And then some wrist circles. Both directions. Good, then take a nice inhalation, tall spine. We're twisting to the right. Relax the shoulders, bring the gaze over the right shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. You can also look straight. You can look over your left shoulder. 3 breaths here. Good, coming back to center. Take a nice inhale, lengthen the spine, twisting the other way. Good, coming forward. You might want to scoot up close to the front of the chair. Walk your feet wider than hip distance apart. Slide your arms down. Press elbows into thighs, or arms into thighs, thighs into arms. Stretching out the inner hips and working the arms and the shoulders. Good. Sliding up enough, one hand on each thigh. Take this right shoulder. Bring it down towards that left knee. Just feeling a nice stretch in the low back here. So think of a diagonal from the right shoulder to the left hip. Good. Come back to center, tall spine. Let's go the other way. Left shoulder to right hip. And you might even notice that one side of your low back is a little tighter than the other. Good, and come back to center, keeping our feet apart. We're just going to spin to one side, drop that right knee down. We can either slide it back for the quad or the hip, or pick up the leg and grab the ankle, the calf, your shoe. Keep the spine long. Good, drop that leg down, spin back to center, spin the other way. So we want to make sure that this hip is off the chair, that the right foot is flat on the floor before we either slide our foot back or pick up our leg and let our knee release towards the floor. And remember, we're breathing the whole time. Good, and coming back to center. Scooting forward, sit a little bit more centered on the chair as we extend that right leg out. Flexing that foot so toe is up, hinging forward. Good. Bringing that back up, slide that leg in, gently pick it up. Just do a few little knee hugs and some hip circles. And then we're going to keep that knee out. We can either place our foot at the floor, getting a nice stretch. So for inner hip, this might be appropriate. You can also extend the other leg and cross at the ankle. You can slide that leg up to the shin or bring it all the way up to the thigh. So depending on your hip flexibility and how you're feeling today, any one of those variations, we're stretching the same joint. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. So we don't want to be all tensed up here just to get into this position. We want to find where we can relax and breathe. So that's going to feel different for each of us. It might feel different both sides of the body, which you'll find with me in one moment. Good. Let's bring that leg out. Slide the other leg forward. Hinging first, opening up the back of the hip. We're opening up the hamstring, the calf. Good. Slide it back in, hug it in. Just little hugs for the hip joint, and then some hip circles. Both directions. So if you're not sure where you're going to land on this side, bring that knee out, slide that foot in, and maybe this is a nice stretch for you. Maybe we can slide it onto the ankle or the shin. Or again, feel free to bring it up to the thigh if that works for you. And then you can add a little hinge forward for a little bit more opening. Again, as long as we're not all hunched up, relax and breathe, long spine. Good, and coming out, let's come back. Scoot back on the chair. Let's extend both legs out for some ankle circles. One direction, ankle circles in the other direction. So make sure you continue to hydrate. Let's take an inhalation one last time, stretching any way that feels good as we exhale to end our class. As always, thank you for joining me and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.